Hey guys, it's Nicole from Chronicles of a Crafter. Welcome back. Today's Low Stress Saturday, so I just wanted to show you what I made. This is a little sequins and glitter shaker belly band or bookmark. So basically it's just some paper that I scored and laid a piece of acetate over in order to get my sequins and glitter down in there. This is not my idea. I originally saw this with Julie from Camellia Craft Designs, and she originally saw this with Melina with M Scrap Busters, one of her M Scrap Busters challenge, Melina Pylant. So what I'm gonna do is show you my take on it, my little twist on it. And originally Julie used double-sided paper to make this little belly band, but I had single-sided paper, so all I did was just cover the edges with washi tape. And this is the paper that I used. It's hard to see it when the glitter is in there, but you can once you shake it all down to the bottom, or to the top. It's very pretty paper, as you can see, but you know, I didn't have double-sided paper at the time, or at least I tried it without using a double-sided sheet of paper because I thought this was so pretty and it would make a great belly band. Let's go ahead and try this, but I'm going to show you my twist on it. It's a couple of different ways that you can do it with or without double-sided paper. So this is one of the sheets that I originally thought about using, but it was single-sided. It's one of those borders. It's 12 by 12. What I did was I folded it in half, and I used my art glitter glue to seal it up. So what I did was, let's just say it's let's take this for example. As you can see, it's single-sided. It's part of the borders that I cut away, and I basically cut off that strip, folded the page in half, and glued the inside to create a double-sided sheet. It's really simple, low stress. Let's go ahead and make one of these. I'll also show you a couple of other twists that I have on it for making it double-sided without folding it in half. This is just the same paper. I cut it down, scored it, and or I would cut it down and score it, and then I just put a little bit of a design on the back with some tempera paint. This is a spray bottle of tempera that I got from the Dollar Tree. It's something new, I suppose. I've never seen it before, so when I saw it, I picked up all 4 colors that they had available. And then what I did was cut my paper down to size, which is 2 by 6. Okay, 2 inches wide by 6 inches long, which will fit perfectly in a journal. And most of my journals are 9 by 6 or 9 by 7 or so, but this is a standard journal page, and you would glue the belly band down into the journal on the 2 sides here and here. Okay, and then you can tuck things in, but it makes a great little bookmark as well. So if you want, you can clip or punch an eyelet into the corner and put a little dangle off the top, and then just stick it into your book, and it would hang over like so. Anyway, let's just go ahead and make these. I'll show you a couple of different designs that I've had, and we'll crack on. Okay, so again, this is a single-sided sheet of paper. This is the double-sided sheet of paper that I made by folding it in half. This is a double-sided sheet of paper that I made by decorating the back. And this is an actual double-sided sheet of paper that was damaged when I picked up that paper pack from the thrift store they decided to put tape across it to hold all that paper together. So I ended up losing some of the double-sided paper with the tape when I pulled that tape away. This is such a pretty paper, but they ruined it for me. And as you can see, I wasn't kidding. Each stack of those papers were $8, $7.99. So yeah, this is the double-sided sheet. I'm going to stop gapping and just go ahead and show you how I made these. And I'm going to start with this one. Like I said, I just took a 12 by 12 strip, glued the middle, you know, bone folded it down, got really good glue in there. So art glitter glue is some really good permanent glue. And what I did next was score. So I'm going to get my scoreboard. My little score buddy here, perfect size for scoring. I'm going to use this strip. Is this 6 inches? No, this one's too short. Right. So, okay. I'll start from scratch with this 6 by 6 sheet. And we're going to cut it down to 2 by 6. Alright, so here's the starting foundation of our belly band. Okay, again, I decorated the back with a couple of different things. I used my little silicone mat here. I also used some of Tim Holtz alcohol inks, put them into a spray bottle, and I just went to town spraying it, getting different patterns on here. And then I let that dry a little. And if you're not happy with the colors that you got, I also have a bottle of alcohol. I just spritz it. It'll blend a little bit differently, give you different patterns, and then go back over it with some more of the Tim Holtz alcohol spritz. I'll let that dry for a little bit and we'll come back to it. But that's basically what I did here with this one. I used the blue. This is Stream Current. This one's Sunshine Yellow and Red Pepper. Those are just some of the colors that I put into these bottles here. Spritzed them. I also used some of the gold and just dropped a little bit of gold all around the paper. So let's just say that this one is dry. Let's just say this one's dry, and we're working off of this now. It's the same size, 2 by 6, and we're going to go ahead and score it. And when you have a mess like this, it's easy to clean up. If it gets onto your cutting mat, just use a little bit of alcohol, because it's an alcohol-based ink, and it cleans right up, no problems. Okay, so don't panic. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that aside, and we're gonna go ahead and score our card. I'm gonna use my score tool. I'm not gonna use this one because it's such a small area that I need to score, and what I'm gonna do is score it at 1/4 inch from the edges on all 4 sides. So this is a 2-inch strip. I'm gonna go in at 1/4 inch here. I'm sorry, 3/4 inch here. And I can flip it around, or I can try to get it into the corner, but I'm just gonna go ahead and flip it around. It's easier to score from the right hand side. And again, we're gonna score at 5 3/4, which is 1/4 inch off of 6. Just gonna score that there, and I'll flip it around again. You see it's at 1/4 inch. And I'll flip it around and score it again at 5 3/4. Okay, so once you've scored your paper, your 6 by 2, you see that? The rest is pretty much very simple. You're 3/4 of the way there. I'm going to go ahead and cut off my corners, And you want to stay within the score line that you made up here in the corners. It just makes it a little bit easier when it comes time to folding by, you know, when you cut off these excess pieces here. And I'm going to show you what I use to get the sequins and glitter to stay inside of this paper. So this is my decorated side, pre-decorated. This is my decorated side that I did. I'm going to go ahead and fold over my score lines. And then straighten that back out to get the ends. And then I'm going to go over the whole thing with my bone folder. So this one's already folded. I'll score that. I'll bone fold that to get some really crisp fold lines here. Okay, so now we have this, which is similar to this. Okay, these are the two that I've prepared. When you're scoring the double folded one, like I mentioned, you put the glue in here, double folded, and when you have that, it's a little bit thicker and it's a little bit more difficult to score, but it can be done. This is just showing you that it can be done. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some acetate. This is the acetate that I use. I just had, it's like a bowling accident on my desk. This is the acetate that I use. It's 12 by 12 acetate sheets. I got this at Michael's. Apparently no one wanted to use acetate anymore, and it was on sale at Michael's for like $3 a package. So of course I picked up couple of packages. Okay, so there's 12 pieces in here, and when you're using it as small as 12 by 12, 6 by 2, you get a lot of acetate for your money. So this is a small sheet of acetate that it was a large sheet that I cut down to fit into my belly band. I'll tell you the measurements of this. Because my belly band is 6 by 2, I've cut my acetate down to about 5 3/8 by 1 3/8. So it's just a little under 1.5 and just a little bit under 5.5. Okay. Okay. So what you want to do next is get your acetate. You're going to place it on the flat side of your belly band / bookmark, and you want to glue the edges of your bookmark. I'm using art glitter glue. Questionable. I don't remember what I used on the prototype, but I'm going to use some art glitter glue here. Oh, you know what I used on the prototype? I used score tape. So here's my 1/4" score tape. Works out really well. It holds all my glitter and such, and just by putting a dab of glue in the corners. Let me see if I can get off this art glitter glue and use the score tape, because I'm not 100% sure that the art glitter glue will hold in the acetate. I'm just going to take that off. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So let's go ahead and put my pin back in my art glitter, and I'm going to use my 1/4" score tape. And this works out very really nicely because you've scored 1/4" lines all the way around. I'm going to use this as my bottom. This is the bottom of the belly band slash bookmark. Okay. And I'm only going to score the two sides. So I've scored the bottom of the bookmark, and I've used score tape on the bottom of the bookmark and the two sides. So this is just double-sided tape. I'm not really sure why they call it score tape, but it does give you a nice double-sided seal, like so. Okay, mine didn't come out as perfect, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut off the excess. Let me use my tiny scissor here. To get it really close to the line of the belly band. Okay. Of course, it's double-sided, so it will get everywhere on your scissor. You know, when you're doing these projects with the camera on, it's a lot different than doing it with the camera off, because you know the pressure is on and you have a, like, I don't know, like, I feel a time crunch. I feel like my videos should be within a certain time limit so that you're not bored and you're getting the most information for your buck. You know, everybody's time is so valuable, and I really appreciate those of you who take the time out of your day to watch my videos. You know, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you know, just by leaving a comment down below and below the description, and you know, hitting that like button, it really does help my channel to grow, so I appreciate that as well. Okay, moving on, I'm going to use my little pokey tool here to release. Actually, I'm going to burnish this tape down to make sure that it wants to release from the paper. Okay. Try it from this side. Okay. There's that, and go ahead and pull that one off. Alright. So again, here's my acetate. You know, it does pick up dust and fingerprints, so I'm going to try to keep it clean. And again, it measures just under 1.5 and just under 5.5, okay? And I've only glued or taped the 3 sides of the 2x6 paper, and I'm going to lay my acetate down in the middle of the page without it touching the sides. And I'm going to fold over that double-sided tape on one side and then fold it over on the other side. So I double-sided tape down my 6-inch sides first, and then I'm going to put a little dab of glue in the corners below the acetate to keep my glitter and sequins from falling out down at the bottom. Okay. And now you're left with this. This is a little pocket that we can use to drop down some sequins and glitter. Now my sequins, I do have some other sequins around, but this is what I want to use today. It's what I used in the prototype. It's basically very tiny plastic tubes. Okay, I have so many of these, I need to use them up, and I don't even know why I bought so many of them, because I didn't know what I was going to do with it when I bought them. but as you can see, they're little tiny plastic tubes. Got them at the Dollar Tree. Okay, do you see that little tube on there? Yeah. So this is what I'm calling sequins. I have them in probably 7 different colors. I don't know. But I want to use these up today. So here's some of the colors that I have and that I want to use in this project. Let's see, what other color? Oh, I can use this one. This is a bronzy color. This is what I put into the prototype. I have some purple, some blues, gold, and pink. Okay. In addition to that, I also have some sequence glitter or jumbo glitter. This is an iridescent white / pink color, so I'm probably going to put some of that down in there. I also have this also some jumbo glitter, chunky glitter they call it, so I'll probably use some of that, and then I'll use some very fine, extra fine glitter as well. Okay, I'm going to start with the sequins, the plastic circles or tubes, and just sprinkle a little bit down in there. Okay, you don't need a lot. I always say a little goes a long way, but I would have to make 1,000 belly bands to use up all of this glitter sequence. Note to self: you want to close everything up, because spilling this is a nightmare waiting to happen. Okay, you drop these on the floor, you might as well just call out your vacuum cleaner to come get it, because there's no way you will ever get it all coordinated back into the bottles. Alright, so far I have pink and gold. I want to put some blues and purples down in there. Oh wow, okay, that was the first time I've ever opened the purple. Case in point, I'll never get all of these picked up. I will be pulling sequins out of my hair for weeks. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I just did that. But I'm gonna try to get all of what spilled into my belly band. Wish me luck, guys. I know this is off camera. It's probably funnier if you watched it happen, but I'm gonna try. I think it's working. Okay, I got the majority of it in there. The majority of it got in there, so let me just make sure this blue one has none in the lid, because that's how that happened. Okay, there's just a couple in the lid, so I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of the blue down into the belly band, and this is what we have so far. Once you mix them all together and they're not like, you know, colors stacked, it really looks pretty. And then you can decide which one you want more of, if you want more blues, more purples, more golds, or more pink. And I think I want a little bit more pink in this one. And then now I'm super cautious opening these, because talk about a nightmare waiting to happen, and I just made that come true. Can't get over it. Silliest thing. Talk about low stress Saturday. I mean, how is that? It's good to laugh at yourself. If you don't, you'll cry. Okay, so alright, I think that's a nice combination of colors. I'm going to put a little bit of bronze in there just to bring out some of the browns in the paper design, you know. So just sprinkle a little bit of bronze and close it back real quick. Okay, that's done. Last thing, I'm going to use a little bit of this chunky glitter. This is a, it looks bronzy, but I think it's like a pinkish color. That's plenty. And I'm going to use this iridescent color. No, I don't want to do that. There we go. Okay. This is Crystal Quartz is the name of this color if you're interested. And that's plenty. I think I put a little bit too much. And now I'm going to use some of this fine glitter. It's ultra fine or extra fine they call it. Just to bring out some of the blues and the purples. That's in there. And as I find some plastic pieces, I'll just pick them up and drop them in. Because cleaning this up is not fun. And I'd hate to like just toss it in the trash because I can't pick it all up. Alright, so there we go. So you get some iridescent, you get some of the plastic tubes, some ultrafine glitters in there. Maybe I'll put some ultrafine gold as well. And not a lot, just a little. Okay, so I've put art glitter glue down at the bottom to make sure that none of my glitter comes down here to the bottom and seeps out. I'm going to go ahead and place my score tape down at the top here. I could have done it before, but not really thinking about it, but place my score tape at the top. Okay, trim off any excess that may have overlapped. I'm going to burnish it down. And then I'm going to use some art glitter. Just a little dab in the corners. Then I'm going to remove my double-sided tape cover and fold it over. It's really that simple, guys. And there you have it. A double-sided paper that I created, the double-sidedness of it. So if you don't have double-sided paper, you can make your own. Or an easier way to do it is by taking any double-sided sheet of decorated paper, or any single-sided sheet of decorated paper, folding it in half if it's a 12 by 12, cutting it down to 6 by 2, and then art glitter glue is great. If you want to use glue stick, I still recommend this one here, which is Scott Create Permanent Glue. It's a permanent hold. It'll hold your paper together really well. If you're going to use a wet glue, this is the one I would go with. And then you score your lines at 1/4 of an inch all the way around. And then cut off the excess in the corners. Use your double-sided tape or glue if you don't have double-sided tape. This is what I use. Again, I got this at the Dollar Tree, dollar store. It's really inexpensive. And I put my double-sided tape all the way around, leaving one side open, and then filling my sequins or glitter or both into the belly band / bookmark. And then at the top, put a little bit of glue in the corners again, fold over your double-sided tape, and this is what you've got. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and you know, you can share this video with your friends and family. This is a low stress Saturday. easy project to do in less than a half an hour, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!